Hello there, welcome back to Sweden. Last time we defeated Muscovy, grew Novgorod a little bit, currently just missing 2 cores, and Novgorod is basically, I think, back to their original size, well, it is very close, which is wonderful. We are most likely going to fight a war against Muscovy as soon as the truce ends in, as you can see here, 82. So we have a lot of time. What we are going to do, however, is ally ourselves with Poland, and we're going to declare a war here on Livonia. That's the plan. Unfortunately, I can't actually drag Poland into it just yet, so I'll have to sacrifice a little bit of diplomatic power and just wait here, which should be fine. I'll lower my army maintenance in the meantime and just cancel the building of these mercenaries. We'll join our armies up in Stockholm, and again here the plan is just to declare war on Livonia, drag Poland into that war, and then hopefully be capable of using Poland as a, well, defense mechanism, if you will, once we actually declare war on Denmark, Norway, Poland, Pomerania. I kind of am trying to keep, well, Poland out of it. I'm also tempted to just go for straight out vassalization of Pomerania, since they are a Holy Roman Empire state. So it's kind of tempting just to take them while I get the opportunity to do so in a, well, very peaceful manner. We might as well also go for a second diplomatic idea, since we don't really have anything else to use the diplomatic points on right now. Time to fabricate claims, minus 33%. It will be useful in the future, I think. However, for now, I'll just wait with... I don't really want a royal marriage with Poland. Again, the elected monarchy can't inherit this, so we'll decline that royal marriage, unfortunately. But again, the plan now is just join up armies, get ourselves into a good position. Teutons are currently allied with Anhalt, Mecklenburg, and the Hansa, so they are not a target at all. Hansa is a little bit too powerful for us to, well, play with right now. But I would prefer it if I could actually call Poland into this, but because of the fact that they will join if I am to declare war on Denmark, which is annoying. But the Polish army might actually be in trouble here. Sorry. Sorry again. But I'll see if I can actually get Poland into another war, or just keep an eye on them, and if Poland gets into trouble, I'll use that to my advantage. If not, then, well, there's not too much to do. So for now, I'll just sit tight and see if I can put myself in a good position here. So, Novgorod actually got themselves into kind of an issue here with, due to the fact they did amass an amazing amount of war exhaustion. They have some rebel issues right now. So it will not be very helpful, unfortunately. Muscovy is also having some, well, they had some issues. Their troops were beneath 12,000 for a while. So we can definitely use this to our advantage. Muscovy should be more or less crushed by the next war, and hopefully then I can also secure Perm to make sure that they will not colonize eastwards. Basically create a very big Novgorod, I think, could be useful. A very strong ally, I think. Now the peasants are more or less dying to attrition, which is incredibly funny to witness, to be perfectly honest. I enjoy that a lot. And as you can see, our admin power is actually very close to the limit. So we are actually going to go for the next level here. I should probably have waited until next year, but we're just going to go ahead here and get admin tech 7 already. That should work out. And I think we're going to go with the humanist ideas here more so than a military tech one. And again, it's basically because these are really, really useful. The minus 10 to nationalism, minus 2 to unrest, religious unity will be really, really useful. Especially once I go after or do a lot of things, also help idea cost in the future. And again, admin points is what I really get the most of right now, so it's definitely the most useful thing to go for. Now in terms of cost here, Lithuania has actually fixed their debt. Poland is fixing their debt, so they're really, really close to agreeing too. So if we consider that, we should be basically really, really close now to declaring war. As you can see here, even with full maintenance, I'm still fine with my economy right now. So I'm a little bit unsure if I actually want to declare or create a very big mercenary army to save my manpower, and I think I'm actually going to do that. Right now we can support 16,000 troops, so it should be fine in that case to just create a, well, a bigger army consistently solely of infantry, mercenary infantry if you will, and then adding my horses, I think, from this army to support. Again, a little bit of a manpower save, if you will, more so than anything. Hopefully that is what it will be. And as you can see, even with this army, I'm currently just losing 1 ducat a month, so it shouldn't be a problem winning a potential war here. Negative is that my fleet will probably be well, not superior to the Danes, and thus we will have an issue with the fleet unless we wait for Hansa to finish their war against Bremen and Gelre right now. So we'll have to see if we want to just wait for them to siege this, which I think we'll do, and then we'll drag them into the war too, more so than anything else. So I'll be losing a duke in a month for a little while, but it shouldn't be an issue. It should be perfectly alright. Austria is the next Baden, so Austria is actually already starting to become a little bit big and scary. So I definitely want to get myself in a position where I could potentially here get the French alliance up and running at a later date. So we'll have to see if I can get that working or not. But for now, it seems to be a likely scenario. Unfortunately, there we go. My last advisor died. I currently don't have any advisors hired because I don't really need them, I feel. Of course, the extra points would be really, really useful, but again, the advisors here aren't really of the best, so I'll just save my money now, so I can actually wage wars rather than, well, worrying about advisors. So again, the goal now is just wait for the Hansa to finish their war, and then we're going after first Livonian Order, I think. We're just going to clear straight up on them. I can probably call in the Hansa later once I'm actually done with these guys. So Poland-Lithuania will be very, very useful. And I think just for safety's sake here, we're going to hire 2 more longbows. And once we have them in our army, we're going to go ahead here and declare war. We're going to put our assigned general into this army. And again here, the goal is just to destroy Norway rather rapidly. And we are actually going to declare war on Denmark more or less right away after. I'm relying on basically Poland and Lithuania to deal with Livonian Order for me, which again shouldn't be an issue. So it will be interesting to see how this actually works out. I need to get Norway out of this quickly. That's about it. Other than that, we should all be very, very happy to deal with this. So Livonian Order will be declared war right now. No reason to keep Scotland in this war. To be perfectly honest, it wouldn't really make sense at all. And we'll take Semigala here because that's basically a coastal province that we will need. So that Lithuania or someone else doesn't actually mess us up here. And go! War has begun. And I failed my mission, which was allow manpower reserves to fix it, which didn't actually work out to my advantage. But who cares? Protect Norway? It's a vassal of Sweden. Wow. I just got subjugation against Norway. That could work. That could be interesting. Just subjugate my own country that I currently live in. But as you can see, army-wise, we are definitely in charge. So just siege now the capital, I think. And that should be enough here to actually create a peace deal. Now, for Denmark, they only have Pomerania right now that they can rely on. So with that, we are going to declare war with the goal of taking Halland, I think. Well, again, we're going to take all of our coals back. That's basically the gist of this. So let's just declare war. Now, navy-wise, I might lose my navy here, and that might actually be something that will destroy me completely. But I'm hoping that will not be the case. It's kind of here. I have to rely on well, luck, pure luck in this case. We're also going to move this army down here so I can actually protect myself if things go bad. And luckily, hopefully it won't, but who knows? Are you kidding me? Wow, I got a pretty amazing Regency Council though, 452. 151 is still my heir though, so it's not good. But we'll have a 6-year Regency Council, so I can probably drag these wars out for as long as I desire. Which is interestingly enough. And funnily enough, the truce with Lithuania, no, sorry, Muscovy will be out about the same time that I'm well, done with my war against, done with my Regency, so that will be interesting. So, this will be the goal here. It will cost me 7 aggressive expansion, will cost me 43% war score, so we'll just get to it. Again, I'm kind of concerned with the troops now left in Norway. It doesn't seem like this navy here will be crushed at all, so I'll just split these two into 2. We'll siege Bohuslän and Akershus, and hopefully that will be enough here to just peace out Norway quickly, painlessly, hopefully. So I'll get to that and we'll see what happens. If there's any big battles, I'll show you. But I wouldn't expect so. I would expect us to be basically in control of this war. That it should end fairly, well, fairly easily on my terms here. So we'll see how it actually works out. I'll show you any battles. I'll show you if Poland ends up joining against me, we'll just have to wait and see. If Poland ends up joining against me here, I'll see if I can actually call Lithuania into the war against Poland. That would be hilarious, but for now I'll just have to wait and see what happens. So the war is going really well. We have still control of the, well, this place. And we just sieged Halland, which was, I believe, the war goal. Norway is still being kind of annoying here, but at least our mercenary army is doing really well on its own. Haven't actually lost more or less any manpower. I've done a little bit of sieging with them, but still perfectly fine. Now, funnily enough, Lithuania is actually, I think, considering sending an army into Norway, which would be hilarious, but I don't think I have too much to concern myself with here. Now, we'll have a Regency Council, that won't change, so I guess in this case we'll just take a legitimacy hit, because that, again, that won't really change. It will be that way no matter what happens. But I do kind of like this Regency Council. It's fairly alright, but I'm still amazed that we have had 2 Regency Councils so far. Now, Moldavia and Poland here did actually deal with Norwegian army, which I'm pretty amazed at, to be perfectly honest. And as you can see here, we are basically done here with the war against Livonia. I kind of want to, again, drag this war out long enough to finish the war against Denmark. That's basically my goal here. Now, Denmark is getting closer to accepting my terms, but they don't really want to just now. If I remove Gotland for the time being, it's basically still close, but no go. So I'm really tempted here to attack this army just to, well, impose my will on it. But I don't think I want to right now. A call to arms here would not work, but again, I'm hoping that Lithuania will peace out with Livonia in order themselves, and well, that's a hope of mine. Will they do so? Probably not, but I'll have to wait and see here. If I end this war, I will most likely be able to call Livonia into war if Poland joins. I'll mostly be able to call in the Hansa. So I think the goal here will now actually be to peace out with Norway first for Jämtland, I think. Because it is a core of mine, and basically the 1.8 aggressive expansion I'll get from this will not be a lot at all. It will be very easily to use. I cannot vassalize them right now, which is not surprising, but I can force war operations upon them, which will weaken them a little bit. So we'll go for that piece against Norway, and boom, we suddenly have 100% now against Livonia. So, well, that did not actually pan out as I expected it to do, but that's fine. That means I need to kick Norway's ass once more time, which should be easy, just take capital. We are done with that. But again, yeah, I kind of need to peace out with Livonia right now, so I think it's kind of tempting to just go for this deal. Hand things over to Lithuania, if you will. Hand 1 province over to Lithuania, take 1 for myself, and I'm a little bit unsure if I want to do that or if I just want to vassalize them. It's kind of tempting to just go for a straight out vassalization of these guys, but I don't think I'll do that. I'm tempted to just go with taking this again, and again, I need Lithuania to like me here. So I think, again, this is not a promise I need. I can just find Lithuania later for it if I want to. So, considering that Lithuania doesn't really have any other claims, it should be perfectly fine just to hand it over. Of course, we both want it, but I can handle the fact that I won't get it better than I think Lithuania could. And if I do this, again, taking Riga for myself, there will be a little bit of aggressive expansion everywhere, but Riga has a lot of allies and it's more or less very annoying to deal with, no matter how we do things. It's also a 6 base tax province, it will not be cheap no matter what I do. So I think this is basically the best deal I can do, basically hand things over to more or less everyone that should have it. And of course, war operations as usual. That should work. Negative after this is of course the fact that Poland will be able to join said war against myself, and they probably will. But if I move first here, I could, for instance, call call to arms. They won't do that. I can call Lithuania in, which will secure myself. I can call the Hansa in, which will again also secure myself. So I think I basically have made the best choice here in terms of going for is Dorput a Novgorod core? No. But at least again I can potentially just crush Lithuania for Novgorod cores, or at least hand them over the Orthodox provinces and keep the Catholic myself. There we go. Poland has honored their military alliance, so I'm kind of hoping that Lithuania will deal with this scenario. But Poland do actually have a fair amount of troops here, which is kind of scary. But I think they have to march all the way home before those troops actually become a danger. So I'm not too concerned as of now. I hope they'll have to march. Yeah, they'll have to march all the way home. So I'm not concerned at all. It should basically be a walk in the park. I'll just siege the Norwegian provinces, get them out of this with a white peace, which will again actually lessen the well, peace timer, if you will. So I've got the 2 provinces that are required for an achievement, and at the same time I'm screwing over Poland here. So basically what I could do is, well, can I actually peacefully vassalize the Teutons right now? No, base tax is a little bit too high. But I could go for a war against. Kind of getting a little bit awkward here. I'm tempted now to actually declare a war on the Teutonic Order. Let's face it, Anhalt, Mecklenburg, Hansa can't join. Livonian Order, fabricate, claim, annex. Easy peasy. It's really tempting to actually do that, all things considered. Just do this, declare war on Teutons, vassalize / annex Teutons, have Poland hand back their provinces if Lithuania wins. It's a win-win situation for everyone but Poland. And I can just send my mercenary army over there right away, more or less. And we can also upgrade military attack to make them even more deadly. Military attacks by 0.25, infantry fire by 0.10, artillery by a whole point, and I can now use artillery units. So again, all the advantages go to me. It's really wonderful. Again, I'm probably a little bit early on the aggressive point here, but to be perfectly fair, it works just so wonderfully. Norway, I think I can actually just piece them out right now. It shouldn't be an issue. I just need a diplomat, so I'll just allow time to pass while I wait for the, well, magic kit to do its work. Then we'll declare on the Teutons. My mercenary army should be able to handle the Teutons very, very easily on them, by themselves. If I have to, I'll just send my army to help out. I could also then just vassalize Pomerania in this war. I might trigger a coalition by doing this, but again, it would secure most of the coast. I would basically be done, then I can just focus on Muscovy, feeding Novgorod, beating on Lithuania later. It's going to be a walk in the park if my plan works out. So I think we are going to go for, as I said here, vassalize Teutons, if I can, right now, right here. Peace out with Norway first, that's step 1. Just a white peace, take any money they have. Good, need that money. There we go, Norway is out. Send these troops to... sorry, we don't want to send you by carrier pigeon, if you will. Well, might as well. Or we'll have them join up in Stockholm. I don't really want my fleet to do something here, so I think we'll just send them actually around the long way. It doesn't matter if it takes a little bit of time. Negatively enough, Poland is actually winning the war against Lithuania, so I definitely need to send my armies to back them up if I want to win that battle. Which is a hassle, but it's just how things are. Let's see here, we'll join up all armies here so that we actually have a general leading you guys. It's just one maneuver, but it should help a little bit. Now march down there, we'll join up with the Novgorod army, of course. I'll use those 5 prestige instead. I'll take the... in this case I'll take the ducats, they are more useful. Especially if I am to continue this prolonged war, they definitely will be. Yeah, I'm a little bit unsure how I want to handle this. Again here, Lithuania is actually being crushed by Poland. So I think if I can just peace out with Poland here, that would actually be the best thing ever. I can actually concede defeat with Poland, so that's wonderful. Poland is out of this. No questions asked. Teutons are going to be a problem. Oh, I completely forgot. I have a Regency Council. Well, I'm playing far above my ability here, but it is fun. I'll give them that. So I think we're actually going to just march home, and we're actually going to march through, get military access from Mecklenburg, and still vassalize Pomerania. Then, yeah, we're at war with Pomerania, so that should go fine. Sorry, I'm getting lost in myself here, so we'll continue next time. I got Poland out of this. Lithuania should be able to crush the Pomeranian army. I'll go to vassalize Pomerania. I'll take back my course in Denmark, and everyone should be happy. So that's the plan. We'll continue next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. And as I said, we'll continue next time. Bye.